I'm just gonna get it straight out of the way. Hello, I know it's been some time, nearly 2 months since I last uploaded, and yeah, I can't blame a lot of you for thinking I'm dead or something. But I'm not dead, and I do still care about my YouTube channel, and I'm back because GTA has a brand new DLC, which is amazing, because let's face it, whenever there's not any new content in GTA, it's such a dead game to make videos on. But there is a DLC coming out in a week, so I'm back. Also, I did a poll a few weeks ago, and apparently a lot of you guys here on YouTube didn't know I upload on TikTok. So, I mean, throughout this hiatus I've been on, if that's what you want to call it, I have also been uploading consistently on TikTok. So if you want to see even more content from me, go ahead, follow me on TikTok. We recently surpassed 60,000 followers, which is simply incredible. But yeah, I upload mainly on my TikTok now, but I am also going to be uploading on my YouTube channel, which I'm doing right now, and I'll probably make a separate video explaining why I've been gone for so long. With that all out of the way though, GTA Online Los Santos Tuners update. Looking pretty good. You know, if you asked me about a year ago what my thoughts would be on a car-only DLC, I would say how shit that is. But looking at it now, looking that we are finally getting that car-only DLC, the whole DLC centered around car and fucking Fast and Furious, basically, it looks really good, and I'm actually really excited. Sure, there's not going to be any new planes, which is something I personally really like, or any weaponized vehicles, but from what we've seen, this update looks really good. So there is a teaser trailer. I can't really call it a full trailer, but I can't also really call it a teaser. But it's a trailer, kind of. It's 20 seconds long, so it's not the full thing. And there is a lot we can break down about that. Now, I'll probably be doing that on a separate video here on YouTube or on TikTok, breaking it down frame by frame. But in this video, I'm going to be breaking down all the information we have from the Rockstar Games Newswire. The trailer doesn't actually show much information at all. It just shows some new cars, the new location, etc. But, you know, the Newswire post actually has loads of new information. And by loads of information, I mean loads. Like, if I was to go in detail on every single bit, I'd be here for like a half hour. It's going to take a while, but, you know, I'll quickly skim through a lot of it instead of, you know, analyzing each and every single paragraph, because that would simply take far too long, and a lot of people would just click off the video by then. I'm also not going to be showing the trailer in this video, because this video will be taken down for copyright strikes, or it'll be copyright claimed. Not that it really matters, because I don't make money off YouTube, but I don't really need that. And so yeah, if you want to watch the video, it's on any of Rockstar Games socials, and I did re-upload it on my TikTok. We're about 2 minutes in though, and I'm still waffling, so let's get into the Newswire. Straight off the bat, Los Santos Tuners coming July 20th. That is the confirmed release date. It's coming out in 5 days on Tuesday, July 20th. Alright, so this next bit is basically talking about the LS Car Meet, which is basically this massive new social space. From what's described, it's going to be this massive underground car meet where you can bring your personal vehicle and show it off at car meets with other people, race in the inside track, and the most important part, I think, out of the whole bit is meet up with shady contacts. We'll talk about that last part about meeting up with shady contacts later on. Alright, this next part is basically saying to get started in this DLC, you need to visit the LS Car Meet in Cypress Flats. It also basically describes how this area is protected from the police and small-time chumps, basically saying you're not gonna get griefed. This is massive because it means people can finally do car meets without some kid on a broomstick coming and blowing them all up. This next part basically re-emphasizes the point you can't bring in any weaponized vehicles, and it also says how you can show off your car while also checking out other people's vehicles. Okay, so this next part is pretty interesting, and it describes the LS Car Meet membership. It describes how there's going to be a new reputation progression system, which is kind of interesting. I hope that's not similar to Arena War, because the way they did the progression and the reputation shit in Arena War was exactly that. It was shit, so I'm hoping this is going to be good. It also describes how having this membership gives you access to the massive underground car meet test track, and also how you can sample rides on the test track, which is really interesting. By this, they're basically saying there's going to be a way to test rides before you buy them, and you can do that all in this underground track, which is really good actually, especially for people who are, you know, undecisive whether they want to buy a vehicle or not. They can now just test it and see how good it is. This is going to be a massive feature, and I'm glad they're adding this. The whole underground racetrack as well sounds really fun. To get you this LS Car Meet membership is only 50k as well, which is really cheap. I wonder if it's going to work kind of like the casino though, where you can, you know, do constant payments, or you can buy some massive property and just permanently have it unlocked. I'm not sure, but I guess we'll have to wait to see. Members will also get to compete in rotating prize ride challenges for the opportunity to win a special prize ride and get access to a range of special shops and features. By this, it's given me the impression that that there's going to be some sort of special races you can compete in, and whoever wins like some grand prize. It says how you unlock access to special shops and features, which sounds interesting. They mentioned the shops as being the merch store, the tattoo area, and the modding shop, but I'm also interested to see what they mean by special features. I also wonder that if you win one of these prize rides, you perhaps unlock a new car or something. I'm intrigued to see what they do with this. Higher level members can also create a private takeover, complete with customizable lighting and banner colors to decorate the car meet space to your tastes. Okay, so this is really interesting. So I don't know if they're talking about the car meet area as a whole, that if these higher level members customize it for everyone in the session, or if it takes you to, you know, your own separate car meet area which you can customize. By higher level as well, I wonder what they mean by this. Does that mean like you can buy a higher level, make you a VIP or something? Is there some sort of private property you can own there and customize, or are they talking about higher level in the reputation system? You have to earn it. It's really interesting, and I wonder if there's going to be some sort of private car meet, or if it just changes it for everyone in the session. And if it is something that changes it for everyone in the session, I wonder how they're going to do that. This really has my attention, but it sounds pretty good being able to customize the car meet. Okay, so this part describes how there's finally going to be some new races. And the best part is all these races have their own leaderboards, which I really like because it adds a sense of competition, and who doesn't love that? It describes how there's going to be races not only inside the car meet, but also outside of it as well. Inside on the test track, you can do head-to-head races where speed and precision will give you the necessary advantage to best your opponent. That is going to be a short format kind of traditional race. There's also going to be scramble type races where up to 4 players race to collect 20 checkpoints. There's also going to be time trials on this test track where you can put your vehicle to the test and basically try beat your personal score. This test track is also going to be accessible to everyone in the lobby, up to 30 players, but don't worry because non-contact will be enabled. However, members can also go into their own private test tracks by themselves. I'm really interested by this test track actually. I want to see what it's like. I want to see how big it is, you know, how many corners, etc, etc, because it sounds really interesting, and I hope we get some information soon in a new Newswire post. There's also 3 new types of races that take place outside of the car meet, and the first being the street race series. They are exactly what they're described to be, street races. They take place on the streets of Los Santos and encourage racers to take shortcuts which are as much about risk as they are reward. The next is the pursuit series, which sounds really interesting. In these races, the checkpoints are placed scarcely throughout, which encourages the racers to come up with their own routes, which is going to be helpful as you have the LSPD hot on your tail. So not only are you racing other players, but you're also trying to not be caught by the police. I wonder if in this game mode the police are going to be AI, or if they're going to be other people, kind of like Need for Speed Heat. Either way sounds really interesting. Finally, we have Sprint, which is actually a free mode race. This race type allows you and up to 3 other drivers to race from the LS car meet to somewhere in Los Santos. By the sounds of things, this is basically an updated version of the point-to-point CEO feature. Either way though, free mode races sounds really cool. I just hope that during these races they put you in passive mode so you don't get blown up by a Mark II halfway through. Alright, so the next part basically goes into detail about reputation, how to get it, and basically what you can do with it. To put it simply, the way you get reputation is by just hanging out in the car meet. Doing and winning races, daily login bonuses, and just spending time at the test track and just hanging out in the car meet are all ways to get reputation. What's interesting is the rewards you get for upping your reputation. New fashionable gear, flashy car customization options like new wheels and liveries, which is really interesting, and the ability to hold your own private car meet. Increasing your reputation also means you can unlock trade prices for certain vehicles and access to new types of races. Locking races behind reputation is a bit weird, but I think it kind of makes sense because by new races, I think they're talking about the races that are going to be able to, like, you know, unlock you the grand prize sort of thing. You increase your reputation to be able to get a spot in these special races where you can win big rewards. This part is basically talking about the new cars that are coming out, and it's basically confirmed there's going to be a total of 17 new cars in this update. 10 are coming out on July 20th, which is the release date, and the rest of the 7 will be drip fed over the coming weeks. What's also interesting is with expanded and enhanced later this year, select vehicles will be upgradable with all new speed upgrades, which will only be available on Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. on the expanded and enhanced version of the game. It's kind of understandable why it's only going to be for this version of the game, because basically this version's obviously going to be expanded and enhanced, and it's basically just going to have an increased frame rate, which means cars can go faster, and that's likely what it's going to be, being able to increase the top speed of your vehicle so it can go much faster. Feel free to pause and read, but it's basically saying how playing GTA Online and doing stuff like selling vehicles and stuff can unlock you clothing, but let's be honest, who gives a shit? Sorry, but I don't know a single soul that actually cares enough to be able to unlock some clothing they're never gonna use. But hey, if that's your thing, you know, go ahead, you do you. And finally, stay tuned for more details on the Los Santos Tuners update at the Newswire next week, specifically a look at contracts for new robberies where you'll put your driving skills to the ultimate test alongside a familiar face from the Music Locker. In case you haven't seen the trailer, this familiar face is Moody Man from the Music Locker. These contracts, so to speak, are basically in relation to the information we got about a month ago, where basically there's going to be multi-stage robbery missions which involve you stealing vehicles off the hot list. So it appears these missions are going to be along the side of Moody Man, and hopefully they're a quick and easy way to make money. So that is all the information from the Newswire. On your screen now you can see the 10 confirmed vehicle names of the vehicles we know are coming out. Obviously there's going to be more than 10 vehicles in the DLC, this is just the 10 confirmed names we know. But that being said, I've broken down everything from the Newswire. If there's something I missed, please feel free to point it out in the comments below, or if you just have any general information, please let me know. Sorry for not uploading in ages, but I am going to try upload more, and if you do enjoy my content, I plead you just to follow my TikTok, because I do upload there a lot more than I do on YouTube. That being said though, if you're new around here, make sure to subscribe for all information on the Los Santos Tuners update, and I'll catch you all in the next one. See ya.